Howdy folks, and welcome back to War Thunder with the mighty Jingles. In my earlier roundup of Soviet aviation, I was very critical, it's probably safe to say, of the lower tier Russian fighter aircraft like the Yak-335, the Yak-1, the Yak-7. And people have, rightfully said, Jingles, you're just being crap. You just have to know how to fly the things. So I thought, oh, okay, fair enough. Now I'll go back and I'll fly my lower tier. Nothing higher than tier 5 in this game, and there are tier 14 enemies on the other team. I'll go back and see if I can learn how to fly them properly. And yeah, I think it's probably fairly safe to say that I just wasn't doing it right, because as you're going to see in this video, there's no reason to be afraid of anything when you're flying one of these things. Even if they're not very good, if you're any good, you can make them work. Interestingly enough, believe it or not, the Lavochkin 5, the LA-5, which is a very, very good Russian fighter aircraft, was actually a development of the Lag-3. The problem with the Lag-3 when it was introduced was, despite the fact that it was one of the most modern aircraft available to the Russian Air Force when Germany invaded in Operation Barbarossa in 1941, was that it was just too heavy. It was originally designed for a different engine, but the engine that they wanted to put in it was too unreliable. So it ended up having a less powerful engine put in. And experiments with the Lag-3 fuselage, with the radial engine that went in the Su-2, basically they took the front of the Su-2 and they bolted it onto the back end of this, resulted in the aircraft that I am about to shoot down, the LA-5. A very, very, very good Russian fighter aircraft. That thing is rank 11. And he's about to die to a guy flying a rank 3 Russian fighter. And there you go, there's my first kill. And you have to give credit where credit's due with these aircraft. The Lag-3 is not good. It really isn't. It's far too slow. It doesn't manoeuvre very well at all. But it does have a 20mm gun on a rank 3, so you can't really complain too much. The problem is getting that gun pointing at the target. And of course, when that 20mm runs out of ammo, there's my second kill, all you have left is a machine gun. And I took damage there from flying into his wreckage, which left the aircraft uncontrollable, and so I crashed. But doing alright, considering the level of the opposition in this game. It's not too bad. 2 kills flying a rank 3 in a game against Focke-Wulf 190s, LA-5s, BF-109Gs. So can't really complain. And let's jump into the Yak-7. And again, this isn't... It's another one of those lower tier Russian aircraft that I just couldn't get the hang of when I first started playing them. And it's a lot like the Lag-335, except it does have... It is faster. The engine's more powerful and more reliable. It's more manoeuvrable, but it's still not incredibly good. However, again, aircraft of other nations don't get these cannons at such a low level. And there's that guy I just shot down in the LA-5. This time he's in a BF-109, and he's dead again. You're going to see in this game, this guy just kept throwing high-tier aircraft. I don't think he had a single thing in this game lower than rank 11, and he just kept dying. So for those people who claim that War Thunder is pay to win, well, let this be a lesson. So, circling around looking for other targets, and you do need to stick close to friendly aircraft when you're flying this low tier. And as always, it's about picking your targets. And oh dear, I seem to have killed him. Yeah, it's all about picking your targets. The Yaks are more manoeuvrable than the Lag-3s, but they're not that much more manoeuvrable. You get one of these things into a turning fight with somebody flying a Spitfire or a Hurricane and they'll hand you your arse. So picking your target is key, and this was a little silly. Now there's that guy who's just lost, all of his higher tiers, one after the other. And this is silly. I should not be getting into head-on passes. There he is in his ME-410. And he's flying one of the ME-410s that basically has a nose made out of 20mm cannons, and yeah. So he gets his revenge there. Oh dear. Handled that one completely the wrong way. Should have stayed high, looped around behind him, sat on his tail. Because, the Yak-7 isn't the most manoeuvrable plane in the game, but it's more manoeuvrable than an ME-410. So let's jump into my other Yak. adjusting my fuel load there, because your fuel load, it doesn't matter in arcade. You will never run out of fuel unless you take a hit to the oil tank. And lightening the load of the aircraft does actually slightly affect the manoeuvrability and handling. So, learnt my lesson there. Don't get into head-on passes in low-tier aircraft against guys in higher-tier aircraft. I mean, getting into head-on passes at the best of times is never a good idea, because it just gives the other guy an opportunity to shoot back at you, and you should never be getting into fights where the other guy has an opportunity to shoot back at you. Fair fights are for suckers. So, what are we going for here? P2. Coming in a bit fast here, but I'm getting some hits in, and I am going to overshoot. So, pull up, climb, loop around, back towards friendly skies, because I am a very, 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 very small fish in a very, very big pond in this game. Hit him again. Come on, get around. Oh, got an assist out of it, he's down. And another kill. Wait until you see the scores at the end of this game. A real eye-opener. Oh, I'm taking hits from something. Something with a lot of machine guns, probably an American. Where is he? Where's he gone? Yeah, I'm a bit too far ahead of everybody else here. As I said, I'm a very, very small fish in a very big pond. I don't want to be getting separated from friendly fighters. Because if you're not flying with a wingman, the best way to get somebody off your tail... Oh, that was interesting. Took some hits, but no actual damage. But yeah, as I was saying before I got sidetracked, the best way to deal with somebody on your tail, if you're not flying with a wingman, is to A, don't get yourself in the position where the guy can get on your tail in the first place, or B, fly back towards friendly fighters and, look guys, easy kill. You know, make it easy for your team to help you. And they will, because, you know, your wingmen love easy kills just as much as you do. P-39 again. Hello, my pretty. I'm going to have you. Violently. Interesting little fact. In this game, the P-39 Aerocobra and the P-63 King Cobra are American aircraft because they were manufactured by the Bell Corporation. But the US Army Air Force didn't want a thing to do with them. And the people that actually flew, well, not just most, almost all of the Aerocobras and King Cobras were the Russian Army Air Force. So, yeah, there you go. Now, you could judge for yourself, was that worth it? I got myself a P-39, and it's cost me my aircraft because I've flown too far away from friendly support, and there's just too many of them on me. There's about, I mean, trying to dodge fire from 4 different fighters at this point, and I'm doomed. So it's cost me a Yak 1 for the price of a P-39N. Yeah, I'd say that was a fair trade. So that's 3 kills in this little thing, in a tier 14 game, which ain't bad. We're getting down to the vinegar strokes now. I've run out of fighters, and that's one of the problems that you're going to find when you're flying Red Army aviation, is that there are only so many fighters at these lower levels that you have to stock up. If you've expanded your crew slots with credits and or gold, you have to put dive bombers and level bombers and ground attack aircraft into your lineup in order to field a full team. One of the ways around that, by the way, another little tip for you, here's my SU-2, which interestingly enough, as I said earlier, the Lag 335 and the SU-2, you chop them in half, stick them together, and you end up with an LA-5. You can see the front end of the SU-2 there. Take that and bolt it onto the back end of the Lag 335. You get yourself an LA-5. Very, very, very good. Easily the equal of any Bf-109 Russian fighter aircraft. What was I talking about? I've completely forgotten. Oh yeah, that's right. If you're running a lineup with 6 or maybe even 7 aircraft available in the team, one of the ways of getting around being forced to... Hey, there's a double strike, which is nice. One of the ways of getting around being forced to pad your lineup with lots of bombers and ground attack aircraft that you may or may not want to use. If you turn off automatic repairs... Oh, there's another. Can we have him? Come on! Die, sucker! Hit him. He hit me in return. Oh, he's killed my engine. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, well, what the hell. Yes, if you put a damaged aircraft, select a damaged aircraft that you can't actually fly, and stick that in the slot that you would otherwise have to fill with a bomber. For example, when you hit the battle button, it will say, you have a damaged aircraft, do you want to repair it? And you just say no, and off you go. You will fly with just the aircraft that are undamaged in your selection, so that's one way of getting around it. Now let's jump in the Sturmovik. This is the rank 5 Sturmovik. It doesn't have a tail gunner. It's not the Il-2M, the rank 7 Sturmovik, but it's still very, very well armed. And you can see, score-wise, we're not doing too badly. And that guy that we noted at the beginning, who I shot down in his rank 11 LA5 with my rank 3 Lag 3, he is just throwing high tier BF 109 and Focke-Wulf 190 after the other into this game, and he just keeps getting them all shot down. Oh. Did we get an assist out of that? Doesn't we must have, because we hit him, so we got credited with some damage. Just because the game doesn't flash up the assist message doesn't mean it hasn't actually credited you with an assist. You don't always get the message. But you'll see in the result roundup at the end that you did actually get the assist for that. So there's, you know, it's more XP, more credits. I keep trying to get air-to-air rocket kills, because it's really funny when you do. I have a clip actually, which I'm saving, where I get this. It was on a Ground Strike Africa Canyon mission. I forget what aircraft I was flying. Oh, it was a P-47, and some interceptor was coming up, climbing to meet me as I was diving on this tank column. So I just unloaded my rockets and just swatted him out of the sky. It was absolutely hilarious. I'll be showing you that at some point in the future. I'm going to stick it in a compilation of funny moments. But back to this game. Again, another rank 5 aircraft. This was the highest tier aircraft I had in this game. Didn't have anything higher than rank 5, or possibly rank 6. And there are Focke-Wulf 190 Doras on the other team. You know, it's just... It's one of those things. If you're coming to this game from a game like World of Tanks, where the matchmaking spread is only 2 tiers in either direction, which in this game, because World of Tanks, for example, goes up to tier 10, and this game goes up to tier 20, so that's equivalent of, say, a 4-tier spread. This game does not have that. I don't know if... oh, there you go, there's that guy again. How many BF-109s did this guy have? But, yeah, this game doesn't need a tight matchmaking spread that you would have in a game like World of Tanks, because if you have to have a tight matchmaking spread in World of Tanks, because if you're driving around in something with a 37mm gun, you cannot penetrate the armour of something... Oh, that was interesting. Oh, well, I hit him. Never mind. Yeah, you can't penetrate the armour of... You cannot damage something 4 tiers higher than you. I could be flying a rank 0 aircraft with one 30 caliber machine gun, and I can shoot down, theoretically, an ME-262. All you have to do is hit the pilot. The odds are stacked against you, and it doesn't give you that kind of matchmaking spread, but it's an extreme example just to illustrate the fact that people often complain, oh, I'm in my rank 5 and I'm going up against rank 14s, so shoot them down. You just saw me kill a rank 11 in a rank 3. It's not difficult, you can do it. And that's why I have to laugh my ass off when people say War Thunder is pay to win, because, well, you know, that guy in the LA5 FN, he just paid real money for that LA5 FN, it's a premium aircraft, and I won. So, pay to win? Yeah, I don't think so. In fact, when you see the battle results screen at the end, you'll see that he threw 7 high-tier aircraft into this game, and in order to stack your lineup like that, you have to pay real money to unlock 7 crew slots, and I won. Yeah, pay to win my arse. But back to the game, and I'm in trouble here, and this illustrates one of the reasons why I, in particular, and a lot of other people, just don't like flying anything that isn't a fighter. Because if you're in a fighter, you're pretty much in charge of your own destiny. It doesn't matter if you're getting jumped on by other fighters like I am in this situation, because you've got options that slower, more sluggish aircraft like this, ground attack aircraft, Sturmovik, and dive bombers and level bombers don't have. You can turn around and fight back. And when you're flying in a random game with random teammates, aircraft like this are at the mercy of your own teammates. This is a ground strike map. We need to kill those remaining ground targets. I'm flying one of the few aircraft left on the team that is actually capable of killing those destroyers and cargo ships, and I'm just being left to die by my teammates. I was flying a fighter, well, and well played to this guy. You know, he's flying a low-tier fighter aircraft. He saw the threat. He saw that there's a Sturmovik making a run on the destroyers and cargo ships, and he did absolutely the right thing. So well played to him. But it's just frustrating, and it's one of the reasons why it's unsatisfying. We'll say that. We'll say it's unsatisfying to fly aircraft like this in War Thunder at the moment, because if your team aren't interested in doing what needs to be done and covering you while you kill the targets that need to be killed, it's an exercise in futility. And I'm down to my last aircraft now, the Ilyushin 4 level bomber, and it doesn't have a great bomb load. Let my frustration get the better of me in chat there. Now, 12 ground targets left. We're doing better than they are. I've got 4, I think it's 250 kilo bombs in this thing, so 2 each for each destroyer and cargo ship. So with one bomb load, I can take out 2 of those ground targets. Oh, somebody else is going for them. Having more success than I was. And my Ilyushin 4 bomber crew is very, very highly trained, so I think I can reload this bomb load once every 30 seconds. So every minute I can be taking out 4 of those ground targets, if I can just get there without being shot down. And that's a big if. Now, I want to spend the next 3 or 4 minutes sitting, making you watch me fly to the target zone, so I'm just going to skip ahead here. And I made it. Now, the thing about the Ilyushin 4 is that it gets 4 250 kilo bombs right from the word go. It's not like the PE2s, for example, that you have to go killing ground targets with machine guns until you actually unlock the bomb racks that allow you to put bombs on the bomber. The Ilyushin 4 gets 4 250 kilo bombs, but that's all it ever gets, so it's a good thing and a bad thing. There are no upgrades for it. Well, there are upgrades for it. You can install a new engine, polish the airframe, and it also gets Lend-Lease 95 octane high performance fuel, but it never gets a better bomb load. The plus side of that is, of course, that you do at least get a bomb load as soon as you unlock the aircraft. Here we go. Start nailing those ground targets. Double strike, 2 destroyers, or just 2 cargo, whatever they are, ships. Big floaty things. 2 of them down. And it ain't taking me long to reload this thing. Bombs are back up. Let's nail another 2. And because I'm so high up, this is where the oh, you've got to be kidding. Look at that. Releasing my bombs upside down. Arcade flight model for the win. I'd love to see... I wonder if that's even possible. I wonder if you can even do that in historical or full real battles. Be interesting to see. There we go, another double strike. And I can keep doing this every 30 seconds. There's only 4 of them left. Enemy fighters have left me alone. They're going to pay for that mistake. This doesn't happen often when you're flying a bomber. Come on. Reload, reload. 4 of them left. If I can just do another 2 bombing runs, I'll win this game. There's one. And there's the other one. Come on. Checking the radar. Oh, I seem to be getting away with this. I hit one of them. Didn't kill the other. Oh, is that flak? Yeah, that's flak. I've lost a fair bit of altitude doing these totally unrealistic. Oh, they've run out. That's it. We've won. Oh, and I got the final blow. Enemy team ran out of aircraft. Whew, that was tense. So, let's see how we did. Wasn't flying anything higher than tier 5 or possibly 6 in that game. And and you know what? I'm just going to freeze this here. And we're going to examine this in slightly more detail. It was a tier, I don't know, 14 or 15 game. I'm looking at, and I just need to stress that, you know, I'm not criticising the top scoring pilot on the enemy team. He had a decent game on first impressions. You know, he was the top scoring pilot. He got 12 air kills. I killed 9 ground targets and 4 air kills and got 2/3 of his score. But I'm flying tier 5s. He's flying tier 14s. But he got 3,000 points. I mean, that's not bad. 12 air kills, but it cost him 7 aircraft. That's, you know, and people say, yeah, it's pay to win. Well, you could look at that and say, yeah, pay to win. The guy paid to have a 7 aircraft lineup. He stocked it full of high tier premium aircraft and all the highest German aircraft he had, and he walked away with the best score and 12 air kills. Well, yeah, but it cost him 7 aircraft. If he's running on automatic repairs, he probably ran a loss on that game. The aircraft of that tier are horrendously expensive to repair. So he's either paid to foot a massive repair bill, or he's paid to not be able to play any of those aircraft for another 3 days while he repairs them for free. So pay to win? No, not necessarily. It's why I have to just laugh when people accuse War Thunder of being a pay to win game. It definitely isn't. You can pay to get good aircraft, but if you're no good at flying them, it's an expensive way of playing. I mean, if you look at what he did there, seven deaths for 12 kills, and I lost 5 aircraft for 4 air kills and 9 ground targets. So, who won? I'm tempted to say I did. I certainly didn't get as good a score as him, but I wouldn't expect to. I was flying tier 5 aircraft in a massively overpowered enemy team against me. So, pay to win? Nah, I don't think so. And yeah, definitely a worthwhile result. A fair amount of credits and XP. Not bad at all. There's the Sturmovik, and there you go. That's a trivial amount to pay for repairs of the Yak-1B, and it's only going to take me 40 minutes to let the thing repair for free, so fine, just go and play something else. No unlocks, let's just have a quick look. Nah. On the aircraft that I flew, oh, there we go, new engine on the Sturmovik, sweet. That'll help it out. What about the lag? No unlocks on the lag. I really didn't fly that much at all. A few crew points, yeah, good stuff all round, can't really argue. So, yeah, these lower tier Russian aircraft, they're not great by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, they're not as awful as I may have led you to believe in my earlier review or roundup of the Russian Air Force. Just depends how you play them. I'm actually having fun flying them again now I know a little bit more about the game. And as I said, you know, during the gameplay, the lag 335, for example, it might be crap. I mean, it is crap. There's no two ways about it. It's sluggish, it's slow, it's very difficult to pull out of a dive, just like the real thing was. It's underpowered, it's too heavy, but it's got a 20mm cannon at tier 3, and I shot down an LA-5FN with it. So I'm going to look a bit stupid if I sit here and say, yeah, it's a load of rubbish. It's not. It's what you make of it. If you're any good, you can get good results with any aircraft in the game, any fighter aircraft in the game. At the moment, I'm withholding my judgment about the bombers because I still think that bombing in War Thunder is a little broken and needs looking at. But the game's in beta. I don't expect it to be perfect. I do expect them to change things for the better. And with the level of polish and optimization that the game is displaying at the moment, I am fully confident that Gaijin Entertainment will be able to fix and address the problems that bomber pilots are facing. So there you go. The Russian lower tier fighter aircraft, not as bad as I may have all previously led you to believe. As always, folks, watch your six, and I'll catch you next time.